Hey guys, welcome to Rising Vibrations. This reading will be a reading on how to deal with a person who has narcissistic tendencies, who's a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. This is not a formal diagnosis of narcissism, and this is an assumption that this is a person that you're stuck with, that you're connected to, that you can't get out of your life. Because if you're with a true narcissist, you would have to wonder why you are still with him or her. So this can be a parent to a child who you have to mutually parent with. This can be a boss. This can be a family member who you cannot permanently detach yourself from, who has narcissistic tendencies. This is for Cancer. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the period of right now. We're looking at right now over the next few weeks. What the karmic energy is associated with the Cancer narcissistic tendency person. I hope I got all that out. So, because some people were coming up and saying I'm not a licensed practitioner and telling people how to deal with narcissists, that just really chapped my hide. So this is for the narcissistic Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, who you're dealing with. What is the karmic energy associated with a person who's reacting and living at their basis point? Shadow side. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's go ahead and take that because it came out. We have Major Arcana, the Messenger. We have the two faces of Eve. This is a person who has a conflict about their roles. And then we have Depression. And finally, we have Major Arcana, the Partner. It came out at the end there. So let me have a look and tell you guys what's going on with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Person who has strong narcissistic tendencies or characteristics. I feel like the Cancer is the Cancer can be in a position where the Cancer narcissistic tendency person can be in a position where they are trying to force someone who they're in a relationship with to be something different than what they are. They're forcing them to change in a way that the other person doesn't feel comfortable with. Let me give you an example. This can be a Cancer narcissistic tendency person trying to force their partner to stop running the street, to stay at home more often and become more of a homemaker, whether that's a male or female. I feel like they want them to take on more traditional roles with these two cards here, with the two faces of Eve and with the Partner. They want them to be more committed, perhaps, than they're ready to be. They want them to associate with the Messenger. They want them to be more homebound or bound, yeah, and have less contact with people outside of their relationship, outside of their household. They want to monopolize the person's time, is what I'm trying to say, especially with depression here. They feel the Cancer can be taxing as a partner, a narcissistic tendency person or partner, because they are putting too much responsibility on the people in their lives to satisfy their needs. So I feel like they're monopolizing their partner's time and they're being overly dependent on their partner to occupy their time and their space, is the best way I can say it. Smothering. The Cancer narcissistic tendency person is being quite smothering right now. Their energy feels smothering. And I feel like, especially at this time of year, people want to get out, people want to associate, people want to socialize with others, but the Cancer can feel quite much like they just don't want this interaction right now. They want their partner to be totally exclusive with them. To see what you can do to manage this energy, dealing with the narcissistic tendency, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. We have the Ten of Wands, and we have Major Arcana, the Lovers. Yeah, I feel like they're forcing someone to make a choice that the person in their life just isn't ready to make. We have Major Arcana, Temperance, and we have the Five of Wands here. Yeah, I feel like the narcissistic tendency person is putting a lot of stress uh, on their partner or others in their lives. If this, because they want the people in their lives to be exclusively with or around them and not to socialize with other people. And if they are going against this will, then the Cancer, I feel like, is being very manipulative with these two here, with the Five of Wands and Temperance. This feels like manipulation. If you do it my way, if you do what I say, then we won't have a problem. If you don't do what I say, when I say it, then you're going to have a problem with me. I'm going to cause a fight. They may not be saying that, but they're behaving this way. So I feel a lot with the silent treatment, with the Ten of Wands, and with the Lovers here. This is like being left to make decisions on your own because that Cancer tendency, narcissistic tendency person isn't speaking out or leaving you hanging when you're waiting to hear about news or information or plans. So it's almost like with Major Arcana, the Lovers here, you're having to make plans and arrangements on your own because they just don't want to be involved, especially if it has to do with meeting up with other people or socializing with other people. Let's see what's else going on with this Cancer narcissistic tendency person. I wanted to say Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Narcissist, but I'm not making diagnosis here, guys. We have this in reverse. I don't read reversal, so it's just upside down. This is Major Arcana, Justice. And we have the Six of Wands. I wanted to use this one. Yeah, this seems like it's pretty serious. If you have been dealing with the situation that describes, or this fits that this describes, I feel like the narcissistic Cancer or person with narcissistic tendencies whose Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus is willing to take steps to really prove that they will even punish you if you don't do what they want, in the respect of them monopolizing your time and energy. Um, it has to feel real. They want this interaction. It has to be real. It cannot be faked. But I feel like if you're not providing this to them, that they will take steps with justice here, and also with the Six of Wands, to punish you, to take away your progress. That can be they promise to get you a car, but again, it's kind of unsaid or unspoken that they expect you to fulfill something for them, spending time with them, hanging out with them, doing things how they want. That could be also in an intimate way. You have to please them, essentially. And if you're not, Six of Wands, you have to please them and bring them pleasure. And if you can't achieve this, then they're not going to give you what you want. Even if that means they're not buying you a car, withdrawing something from you. Let's see what else is coming up here. What you can do to better manage and cope with this energy. What can you do to better manage anyone who's dealing with a Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Narcissistic Cancer? What can they do to better manage and cope with this energy? Meaning that they're not going to leave the situation. They cannot leave the situation. They're bound to this Cancer narcissistic person. What can they do? We have Major Arcana, the High Priestess. We have the Seven of Cups. The situation is not going to improve if you're in this scenario. With the Seven of Cups here, this is deteriorating. Things are deteriorating. And we have Major Arcana, basically the Lovers again. Something like the Lovers again is lust. So I really feel like at the end of the day, this is the root of the reading here. You see that lust in the partner. This is about pleasure. The narcissistic Cancer is seeking pleasure and indulgence with this Seven of Cups. It feels like something very unmeaningful in terms of the indulgence. So it can even be sexual indulgence or sexual exploration. Again, that the other person with this here, the Two Faces of Eve, does not really feel comfortable with. Even perhaps they've tried it, but they're not comfortable, but they have some kind of a pressure. But for them, especially also with the High Priestess, they know it's not them. They know it's not where they want to be. Or they can't do it anymore. Or they don't want to do it anymore. So finally, what can a person who's in this situation with a Cancer narcissistic, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, who's put them in this situation, what can they do? We're going to pull one of the good tarots. You guys, if you're enjoying the reading, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Otherwise, thank you. We have the Fool, Major Arcana. We have the Sun, Major Arcana. We have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so let me be careful how I express what's coming through, because I'm not telling anyone to game any aspect of their life. This is a tarot channel. This is a general reading, but I'm getting play along until you find, especially if you're bound to this person and you really can't get out of the situation. It's almost like you have to, or you're being forced to play along with this until you have a way to stabilize your own life. Look at this. We have Major Arcana, the Fool. We have the Major Arcana, the Sun. This is like someone faking happiness or faking the situation. She's the strategist, the Queen of Swords, who is on top of Major Arcana. Temperance, this is a strategist. This is someone who's keeping the peace, keeping the balance, biding their time until they can figure out how they're going to manage this. Versus, and I'm not saying if you're in any danger or you feel uncomfortable in any way, that's another whole topic. Please don't listen to these tarot readings for those kind of matters. Take it as you will. But this is someone who's playing along until they find a solution, a long-term sustainable solution. Whereas the Cancer wants to keep the person dependent on them, where they can control and manipulate. right now. The Cancer narcissistic person wants to do that. So we're going to go ahead and pull one more of these good tarot for your final advice, and I will show it to you. We have the Five of Cups. I'm going to go ahead and read what this meaning is for this. And I'll show you the card while I read it. Let's see. Five of Cups. It's Five of Water, guys, but it's the Five of Cups in the traditional deck. So it says, releasing grief, allowing sadness to rise and fall, forgiveness, the ebb and flow of emotions. I feel the fullness of my emotion as they wash through me. The ebb and flow are part of life, and I am present in my feelings today. I fully forgive myself and others and let go of any emotions that were holding me back from acknowledging the truth. I deserve the freedom that comes when I release what is no longer working for me. I make amends to those I may have harmed when emotion was coloring my perception. I surrender any resentments to the divine, knowing they can be transformed into miracles. Fearless inventories lead to liberation. So it seems to me there is something here about what is sustainable being in situations that are unsustainable, which you might be dealing with out of necessity, but looking for sustainable solutions to how to manage this energy of manipulation. We're going to go ahead and leave it there. You guys, sorry if I was a bit riled up. I just finished a rant about narcissists. I hope you enjoy the reading, and I'll see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.